Another day, another Project Epoch update. We have a roadmap this time, and this is just 6 days before the release of Project Epoch. And this roadmap actually came out today, so this is fresh off the presses, as they say. And I'm going to take a minute and go over what we can expect with Project Epoch for the next 6 months, 8 months or so from their roadmap. So of course, the launch is on July 26th, just 6 days away from now. Very excited. That is right here, obviously, July 26th. A little bit after that, 5 weeks, I think, is what has been mentioned on the Discord. We're going to get Molten Core and Onyxia's Layer. This is patch 1.0.5. They call it Into the Flames, whatever. You'll have the different names for these patches for each one of them, just like Blizzard does. We're getting Molten Core and Onyxia there 5 weeks after launch. After that, there is no timeline associated for the rest of these other than autumn and winter, of course, in this roadmap. But you're also going to get Season 1, the Call to War, new PvP gear, arenas, conquest points, new battlegrounds, Gilligam's Isle, I believe. I could be mispronouncing that entirely. This isle, this new battleground, is not really a new battleground. It's just Eye of the Storm, but it has been had a skin over it, basically, to make it look like Stranglethorn Vale instead of what Eye of the Storm looks like with the nether whatever vortex crap from TBC. It's going to look like the Stranglethorn Vale scenery from that. But yeah, 2 new battlegrounds. Also, whenever the launch happens, I believe Warsong Gulch is out from the launch onwards, because you can actually level up through battlegrounds, and consider Warsong Gulch will be the only battleground that you're going to be able to do while you're leveling. And again, remember, if you're a PvPer, you can queue from anywhere in the world to join battlegrounds. You do not have to go to a city for that. So you can level up in the open world and queue for battlegrounds and actually level up in the battlegrounds as well. I think that's kind of cool, especially for your PvPers. I'm not really a huge PvP guy, but I think that is a good addition. Moving on, this is autumn, so 5 weeks you're gonna have Molten Core and Onyxia here in the summer. A little bit later, autumn, you're gonna have the new PvP battlegrounds, PvP gear, arenas, conquest points, and going from autumn to winter, you're gonna have the Echoes of Stone Talon, patch 1.2. This is gonna have the Stone Talon Caverns dungeon group of dungeons. So this is not going to be just one dungeon in Stone Talon Caverns. This is going to be 3 separate dungeons, similar to how Dire Maul is, where you have Dire Maul East, West, and North. You're going to have 3 separate Stone Talon Cavern dungeons as well. So that will be completely new to the world of Project Epoch. And then you'll also have Altric Valley. And I'm not sure about this, but I think Altric Valley also will have some changes included with it. It's not just going to be the default vanilla Altric Valley. I'm not sure which map they're going to use, because originally, this is the Wrath client. So Altric Valley could be the Wrath of the Lich King version of Altric Valley. It could be the vanilla version of Altric Valley, or anything in between or after as well. So don't know where the cave spawns will be, especially for Horde. Don't know how the NPCs will act. Like, can you just rush to Drek and kill Drek like you can in vanilla today? Can you just rush to Van and kill Van like you can in vanilla today? I don't know how that's going to work out for us when it comes to Altric Valley. Me personally, I hope they make Altric Valley where you have to actually kill the towers, where you actually have to capture some graveyards. I hope it's not something that you can just rush to the end and kill quickly and get out as fast as possible, where you're having between 6 and 10 minute Altric Valleys. I just think those are less fun than the older versions of the game. Moving on, we have Deck of Delights. This is patch 1.2.5, and I don't really care about this one, if I'm being fair. I guess the biggest thing that I am most interested with it is the Dark Moon Fair, because that will bring your Dark Moon Fair trinkets that you can get from turning in the Dark Moon Fair cards, the decks that you can build. That's really the only thing that I'm going to care about with this patch. You get new cosmetic gear. I don't care about that at all. Just me personally. I'm sure there's people out there that will love that. Love that for you. But cosmetic gear, not a big don't really care. Professions, the only thing I care about professions is if those weekly profession quests allow me to get more powerful gear for raiding, because raiding is what I enjoy the most in World of Warcraft. I also enjoy leveling, which is why I'm excited about all the new quests, the 1600 or whatever quests they have in Project Epoch. So, I do like questing. I don't know if I like weekly profession quests though. So probably not something I'm going to do unless I need to do it in order to be more powerful in the raid scene. Speaking of raiding, patch 1.3.0, the Secrets of Uldum. This will be the first brand new raid in Project Epoch. There will be brand new dungeons while you're leveling, one of which is in Stranglethorn Vale. Again, that's out at launch. But as far as raiding is concerned, Uldum will be the first new raid in the Project Epoch world. And we're probably expecting this to come out roughly 6 months after Molten Core and Onyxia's Lair. So you figure Molten Core and Onyxia's Lair is the end of August. So that's what, September, October, November, December, January, February. We're going to get close to February, I think, before we get the new raid in Uldum, because the guys on Discord have said that they want a 6-month release cycle when it comes to new raid content, similar to what they do in Retail WoW. So new raid probably January, February of next year, which is in the winter time frame. New raid, Uldum, new reputations, and more, they say, with this. What that is, no one knows. I'm sure we will get more information as we get closer to that. But that is the roadmap we have for 2025 with Project Epoch so far. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are excited if you've been engaging as much as I have with all of the different YouTubers out here that are doing class guides and all this other stuff. I may do a tier list before the launch of the game in what I think will be the best classes. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you on launch day for Project Epoch. It is coming very soon. Oh yeah, one more thing. They did put out a Timezone map so that it is more up to date for what your actual launch time will be, depending on what location you're in. Tokyo, you're looking at 1 a.m. Australia, you're looking at 2 a.m. Here in America, Eastern time, it's going to be 12. Central is 11. Mountain is 10. 9 a.m. Los Angeles time. Calgary is 10 a.m. Your London launch time. This is actually where Katos, the developer, the head developer of the server, is in. He's in the UK. So it's 5 p.m. their time. I think that's because they want to spend probably 5 to 10 hours, resolving any bugs while the launch is going on. So I think that's why they did that, so that all of their development team and their moderators and their GMs are available after their work day, I'm sure. So 5 p.m. in London time. But yeah, for me, I'm in America, so 11 a.m. is where I'm going to be at here. July 26th. See you guys there.